This is a nice new and fresh one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and I already have the video on the screen. That's how you know it's going to be a great video. This is Absolute Mad Lads KillDozer. Shout out to Count Dankula, and let's just check it out. I'm ready to just hop into these videos. I don't even like long intros anymore. I just want to get into these videos y'all send me. So let's go. Or well, this one, yeah. I don't know where that was gonna go, but if you want me to react to anything, leave it down below or hit my links to stay hit my socials to stay updated. Let's go.
You're going to know how intent I was on teaching you people that what you're doing is wrong. And maybe that's all that needs to be done to stop you from the greed you have, the hate you have, the anger, malice towards to outsiders. I think God will bless me to get the machine done, to drive it, to do the stuff that I have to do. I am the co-captain of my life. God is first, I am second. Okay?
Wow.
This is where he's taken me. You have tried to control my life. You have tried to be the captain of my life. You do not run my life. You do not determine my income. You do not determine what I desire, what I want, what I deserve. I determine that, and my God determines that, not you people. So I'm trying to be as prepared as I can be to do what I believe needs to be done.
True God-fearing man right here. Is he revving up a bulldozer? This is Count Dankula's intro. Absolute Mad Lads.
Marvin Heemeyer was your average everyday American living in Granby, Colorado. He worked hard as a welder in his muffler repair shop so that he could put food on the table and live a good life. His friends all described him as a very likeable person, and his own brother said that he was the type of guy who would bend over backwards to help people out. In 1992, Marvin purchased 2 acres of land for $42,000 so that he could build his muffler shop, which he did. He was then approached by the Dochev family, who wanted to buy his land from him so that they could build a concrete plant, and they offered him $250,000 for the land. Heemeyer went back and forth with the Dochev family, and Heemeyer kept increasing the price to try and see if he could get more money, until eventually the deal completely fell through, so the Dochevs sought to have the land around Marvin's muffler shop rezoned so that they could build their concrete plant. Marvin was included in the rezoning discussion at the very start of the process so that he could make sure his interests were protected.
Yeah.
But regardless of anything that Marvin said, the rezoning application was granted anyway. What Marvin didn't know is that the piece of land that got chosen to build the concrete plant was a piece of land just adjacent to his muffler shop that he and his customers actually used to access the shop. Marvin petitioned to the zoning commission again so that the concrete plant couldn't be built there. However, despite several petitions, all of them were rejected, and construction of the concrete plant went ahead anyway, essentially blocking off access to Marvin's shop. Marvin then decided that he would use another bit of land next to his shop to build a road so that people could actually access his shop.
Yeah.
So he went about buying all the materials that he would need, such as asphalt, concrete, shovels, tools, materials, and a bulldozer. Once Marvin had got all the materials that he needed to construct the road, he then petitioned to the city for permission to build the road so that people could actually access his shop. The city refused his request.
Wait, why? I'm so lost. Okay, so the guy's name is Marvin, is what I'm assuming. It's like not what I'm assuming, is what I'm trying to fucking hear. But I think I'm gonna throw on headphones. This gets a little bit dicey, cause this. I almost like want to go back and listen to it, man. I'm trying to like hear it.
meaning there was no easy way for customers or even himself.
Oh my gosh, it's even weirder. Okay, so what I got so far is that there's this guy named Marvin, and he's dealing with the Dolce family. Is like I don't okay, and I'm assuming that this angry looking tank engine that looks like it's from Thomas the Tank Engine, but I can't be too sure, is the representation of it's Marvin's anger manifested. But okay, so yeah, let's just continue.
To access his shop, so his business was now at risk.
And that too, he keeps repeating that this concrete thing that they built blocked customers from accessing his shop. But can't they just go around? What did this look like? They built like an Attack on Titan wall around his entire muffler shop? I'm confused.
To make matters even worse, Marvin's water and sewer lines were actually running under the piece of land that the concrete plant was being built on. So during construction of the concrete plant, Marvin's sewer lines and water lines were cut off. So his muffler shop didn't have any running water or sewage connection for months. Marvin was then fined $2,500 for not being connected to the sewer line, even though it wasn't his fault. Marvin then tried to fix this by petitioning to have his old sewer line connected again because it was still there under the ground. The only problem was it was under the ground on the concrete plant's property, and they refused to give Marvin permission to connect his own sewer line. Despite all of Marvin's activism, the signatures he collected, the letters that he wrote, the meetings he attended, all the government bodies that he contacted, the council, the zoning commission, and the concrete plant all just stopped listening to him and replying to him completely and just abandoned him to his unfair fate. Marvin felt the entire world was against him, and it would really seem so because some of the stuff that happened to him was so extreme that a lot of people to this day still believe that there was a lot of shady dealings going on between the concrete plant and the city council. Marvin even seemed to believe this himself. So Marvin decided to start working on a new project. He took the old bulldozer that he bought to build that road. He gathered up all of his welding skills and he got to work. His plan was to turn the bulldozer into an unstoppable and impenetrable fortress with all of the bells and whistles, some serious planning.
Marvin is the type of guy that you needed during The Walking Dead. And Marvin's the type of guy that we're all going to need during the zombie apocalypse.
Went into this contraption. The bulldozer model was a Komatsu D355A, and what Marvin set out to do first was create an armour sarcophagus that would cover the cabin, the engine, and part of the tracks. This was made out of composite armour that was made by...
This is it? Stop playing. This is it? This is what he built?
Pouring concrete in between thick metal plates, and in some places this armour was 12 inches thick. So that Marvin could actually see where he was going, he mounted several cameras on the outside of the armour, and each of these cameras was protected with 3 inches of bulletproof plastic, and all of the cameras were rigged up to 2 monitors that Marvin had installed in the dashboard of the bulldozer. Marvin even thought so far ahead as to install compressed air nozzles next to the cameras so that they could blow away any dust and debris that would fall onto the cameras to make sure his vision was never blocked. Marvin even installed onboard fans and an air conditioner to make sure that the cabin would stay nice and cool.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This has to be, hands down, one of the coolest human beings to exist. Is Marvin still alive or is he gone? Is he still around? Is what he about to do with this bulldozer not something friendly? No, this is cool. I'm just respecting the man's work. Come on, that is awesome. That's like you can draw those feelings and emotions he probably had from completing his build, something that you may build in your life, whether it be computer, a cabin in the woods. I missed a computer in there somehow, but anything, I don't know, like maybe you have a school project you like putting together that just made you super freaking proud of yourself. I feel like he was super proud of himself for this, but nah, depending on what he's about to do with it.
He also installed 3 gun ports. One of them was for a 50 cal rifle. Another was for a 308
spoke too soon about
rifle,
the whole.
And the other
actually, no. Like, see what I mean? That's why I caught it. So, like, you know, he's got to be proud of the build. Everything else that comes after, you already know is going to be bad. So, just like, or whatever you perceive as bad. He didn't use the guns, right? Let's find out.
It was for a 22 LR rifle, and each of these gun ports was protected by 1.5-inch thick steel plates. Marvin documented the construction of the bulldozer by making audio recordings throughout the entire process.
No way, we're about to hear.
The way Marvin had constructed the armor sarcophagus was so that it could be lowered down onto the bulldozer by a crane that he had also built himself inside his shop, but he constructed it in such a way that once the sarcophagus was placed over the bulldozer and the crane was disengaged, that was it. There was absolutely no way for Marvin to get out. But
what?
It also meant there was no way for anybody else to get in. It took him around 1.5 years to build it, but it was never noticed, and Marvin never got caught.
What?
Despite the fact that people had actually visited his shop and seen the machine and all the materials that he was using to build it. Marvin apparently believed that God clouded their judgment to protect him. Marvin, during this period, was still trying to get the council.
See, you know what's funny is I don't want to like knock whatever you believe in, but this is what I mean by saying, like, or if you know my other videos, because of his belief in that, he literally did not get caught, and this is why I say a lot of killers don't get caught, because I don't want to get too esoteric in a video, but I'm just saying, like, the universe is impersonal. We are all one thing, but in just multiple different forms. So, like, you watching this video, I'm just a different version of you experiencing. I'm the universe experiencing life through a man called Lunar. That's it. So it's like, through him, if he believed he didn't get caught, he couldn't get caught, the universe reflected to him a reality where he was not being caught. He probably in his mind literally did not think he was doing anything wrong. So the energy was reflected in that way. People probably did not pick up anything suspicious. But in his case, he thought it was God. Well, bro, you kind of are the God for making something like this. You brought it into creation.
And other people to listen to him, but none of them would. And 2004 was shaping up to be an awful year for Marvin. His business was in ruins, so he sold his land to a trash company, and he was given 6 months to vacate. Wow. His father passed away, and he broke off his engagement because he caught his woman banging another man. Marvin had quite simply had enough. And so, on the 4th of June, 2004, Marvin wrote down a list of names of all of the people in the town who had wronged him. He hopped in his bulldozer, lowered the sarcophagus, disengaged the crane, and fired up the engine.
What?
Showtime.
There's footage! So what did he... Wait. Because the rock means probably going to be intense. Did he just die in there? Or did they eventually stop him? Like, what happened? Like what... Well, I guess we're going to see the story of this legend. Tell me what you guys think. Hold on. Tell me what you guys think down below. They can't tell who's driving it. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure it's easy to tell. I'm pretty sure if you gather up some context clues of the past events from a muffler shop. Tell me what you guys think down below about this guy. Can you blame it?
And so began the KillDozer rampage. Marvin just smashed through the wall of his own shop to get outside, and then started driving around Granby, destroying the businesses and properties of everyone who had ever wronged him. The main places he destroyed were the concrete plant, obviously, the town hall, a utility centre, the offices of a newspaper that had lied about him. I can relate. The home of a former mayor's widow, and a hardware store, as well as several other properties that belonged to people that had been against him. To cause further damage, Marvin also used the guns that he had installed in the KillDozer to shoot at propane tanks and electrical transformers. During the rampage, Cody Dochev of the Dochev family that owned the concrete plant tried to face Marvin head on in a tractor scraper, but Marvin and his KillDozer just simply pushed him out the way. Naturally, the cops turned up and they were completely armed to the teeth and they were just opening fire on the KillDozer, but the KillDozer was completely impervious to small arms fire, so the cops' guns did absolutely nothing. A SWAT team followed closely behind the KillDozer, firing at anything that they thought could possibly be an opening to the inside. At one point, they even managed to throw a flashbang grenade down the exhaust port of the KillDozer, but this had absolutely no effect. Under Sheriff Glenn Trainor even managed to climb on top of the KillDozer while it was moving to try and find an opening so that he could fire a bullet inside. But he ended up having to jump off for his own safety because he was at risk of being hit with rubble and debris. The situation was looking pretty bleak. Nothing the cops did could slow this thing down. So Governor Bill Owens actually considered contacting the National Guard to get them to fly in with an Apache helicopter to take out the KillDozer with Hellfire missiles.
You know, that's exactly what I thought that where it was gonna go in this story, that they were gonna try to bomb the shit, like, but like I didn't think it was gonna be with a fucking Apache attack helicopter. I thought they were just plus a big ass explosion. I mean, like, what would they put? They'd have to put like a fucking landmine, like what, like an anti-tank mine, like in the direction of the bulldozer,
or at the very least take it out with a Javelin anti-tank missile. These plans were abandoned because it was decided that using military-grade heavy weaponry in a small Colorado town was probably bad
not
optics.
a good idea.
However, it all came to an end. When Marvin was destroying a hardware store, the tracks on one side of the KillDozer actually broke through the floor into the basement and the KillDozer got stuck. The radiator was also heavily damaged and leaking fluid, and the whole machine was starting to break down. So Marvin was stuck and the SWAT team surrounded the KillDozer. The SWAT team then said that they heard a single gunshot coming from inside the KillDozer. Because Marvin, realising that he was stuck and that there was no way out, reached for a handgun that he had with him inside the KillDozer and took the easy way out. So it finally came to an end after Marvin and his KillDozer caused $7 million worth of damage. The cops tried to get inside the KillDozer using explosives, but after the third failed attempt, they decided to finally cut through using an oxyacetylene torch, and eventually, after many, many hours, they managed to get inside the KillDozer and retrieve Marvin's body. In 2005, the town council announced that it was going to scrap the KillDozer, but all of the parts were going to be sent to various scrapyards all the way around the US to prevent people from stealing them as souvenirs. After the rampage, a lot of people vilified Marvin and branded him as a lunatic, but other people ended up revering him, saying that he was a man that fought back against the state who had completely screwed him over, because despite the extent of the KillDozer rampage, no one died. Now, whether it's a case of Marvin was going out of his way to make sure he didn't kill anyone, or if it was just blind luck that no one got killed,
it was his god.
But this just goes to show that anyone, even someone like Marvin, has a breaking point. And it seemed that the government found out the hard way what happens when you mess with someone too much.
It's Count Dankula on YouTube. Everybody should subscribe.
That got me, bro. 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 That was good. That got me. That really got me. What happened with Count Dankula? Where did they slander you, man? I'm pretty sure doing this with no kills earned you an S rank. Like I said, man, he was going for one thing only, and he just wanted to get back. Maybe in his heart, he truly didn't want to kill anybody, and the reality reflected to him is no casualties, only property damage. And it's honestly funny that the outcome was like that, because most of his shit done to him was property damage. So it played out. It played out pretty well. That's crazy. That's really crazy. That is an awesome story. That dude, man, Absolute mad lad indeed. That is crazy. Yeah, man. Someone said he could have easily killed people with those 3 rifles, but of course he caused millions of dollars of damage. Instead, he hit him where it hurts. Yeah, he was really a destroyer. He's just destroying property, man. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm glad though it didn't go where I thought, because I thought when they put in the guns it was throw all that out the window. He was coming for blood, but no, he stayed true. You never know. You never know. Everyone has a breaking point. I didn't know if his breaking point was gonna go that far to, you know, maybe catch a body of a otherwise cheating spouse. Yeah, I don't even know why I worded it like that, but that is dope. That is amazing. I honestly love that story because, dude, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I don't think I have any more. Man, rest in peace. He is gone. But like, you know, you could almost, it's almost in a way, I kind of seen that end coming though. He had no way out. Like, I thought there was going to be like some way that they got in easily, but no, he had no way out of it. You know, damn, taking his own life though. Maybe that means when he thought ahead for planning this entire thing, putting the cameras and everything, that he literally considered, I may have to just off myself because you can't get out of this. Like, he can't lift up the metal sarcophagus. I'm pretty sure if like they weren't planning on flipping that, would it fall off? I'm pretty sure probably not, but I don't know. Maybe like they peel it apart with like one of those cranes that pick up, kind of like, I don't know, but damn, he went all the way. The God-fearing man. Much love and moonlight to y'all. Thanks for recommending this, Jesus.